What will be a more challenging version of this? To bring this exercise cleverly to people who never been doing that before, what you will do, the good idea is to do the combination of both, which is bend and stretch frog and leg straddle. So let's start with frog. Bend your knees to frog. This is inhale. And then exhale, legs to diagonal. Inhale to frog, exhale, diagonal. Now from here, we open leg straddle, keeping your knees extended, and we open the leg straddle, inhale, and then we breathe out to close. So this is how we are going to bring this exercise to an open level class eventually, right? And this is a good idea when you teach an open level class and you see people have not a bad body awareness. You could already incorporate this exercise by testing bend and stretch frog and open leg straddle. Now, notice how are we going to challenging more? What will be a more challenging version of this? Just only bend and stretch frog. How can we challenge this exercise? Lowering the legs, okay? So, legs as low as pelvic stability can be maintained. The lower the legs, the harder to maintain pelvic stability. That's it. Exhale, close the carriage, keeping the upper back extended. Particularly, we emphasize here on upper back extension. We don't want to put too much of load on the lumbar area. Good. So you see here, the hip joint remain long, extended. Now, this is the baby of down stretch. We start into full flexion, and we want to soften a little bit here eventually, and see that the hands are into salute. This is the starting position. We inhale. On the exhale, she's going to articulate tailbone to head, opening just a little bit to neutral. And now continue to open fully, and inhale, recruiting the glutes. Exhale, close, inhale, open. And as you noted, nothing else is moving than the shoulders. She's opening the collarbone, and imagine a balloon attached on the sternum here. Only the shoulders. So we allow retraction here, but the controlled retraction, of course. Now we inhale to open, and we exhale and articulate from tailbone to head. So I would like you to exhale and bring your spine into neutral first. You articulate, and now you inhale to continue the flow, and you extend. Now exhale, close for one. Inhale, open, close for two, and one more, and close for three. Now you open, inhale, and exhale, articulate tailbone. And the head is the last thing to move. Okay, now it's okay if you don't start this way. We could also start a little bit more quick, like inhale, articulate, and open already. Easier, exhale, close one, inhale, open, exhale, close two, inhale, open, exhale, close three, inhale, open, and exhale, articulate. Sequentially, your spine finish. That is down stretch. Inhale to long line. Is it a long line? Yes or no? And then after? Inhale. Laterally flex. Inhale, long line. And exhale, up. Okay. I find that this is not her setup. There is a problem. She's on a stopper 3. If the setup is not correct, it's not going to work well. Okay, now put 2 red springs, sit at the back of the box, insert your ankle. We start into lateral flexion, remember. Now I want you to lean and medially rotate your leg when you will lean. So go for it. Okay, do you see the anchorage now? This is much better, okay? Now exhale, up for 1. And again, inhale down. As she exhales, I want her to stabilize this. Before she was sitting on the box. Now I want you to flex up without sitting on the box. And now come down again. Inhale, elbows forward a little bit, and then exhale, side bend. More. Yes, nothing else is moving than the thoracic spine, and the cervical follows the line. One more time. And now she feels the muscles. Is it an imprint or is it a neutral? It's a straight back, so it's a neutral. Okay. It's the first time he will do that. And so I want to give him the proprioceptive feedback on how is the spine, how it is when it's neutral. Let's imagine it's a private class. Don't move your spine. Can you round your back a little bit? Round it, you see? We cannot. So we have to be aware that the energy is from here. So you touch my hand, you grow tall, you inhale, okay? Now you bring your hands on your forehead. We call that hands to salute, shoulders out, deep rest. Good. So we lengthen up, inhale. On the exhale, you hinge to the back. Exhale, hinge with a straight back. So the gaze now is on the ceiling. It's checking, very good. And then come back, inhale. And then again, exhale, hinge. You can bend if you want, it's easier. If you lengthen, then it's going to be more like intermediate, remember? So if you want, let's do it with bend knees first. Bend your knees. Okay, we keep the knees flexed, but when you will lean, maybe they will lengthen. So you let them lengthen if you can, okay? So let's reposition the hands here on the forehead and remembering about this trick here to keep the ribs in place. Lengthen up, inhale, energy on the top of the head. On the exhale, hinge to the back as far as the spine can be stable. Last one, breathe out. Keeping the energy on the top of the head and come back. Good, enough. This was what? This was what muscles? The transversus abdominis and the internal obliques in his body are not used to work, but his rectus abdominis, external obliques are strong, but the internal muscles are not yet, but very quickly you will become very strong with Pilates, okay? First position, Pilates stance. And for the beginners, we like to bring the feet higher. That allows the pelvis not in risk of over lordotic posture here. So we can do this position on high heels and jump. Then when she's doing this, after that, we can do jump and bit. She has a light spring. If she would have a heavy spring, we will not be able to do bit 3 times. We will do it only once. Now we could do also jump and then parallel feet. Good. And now your knees can follow the movement of the ankles. The knees are following. And there's a little rotation, slight, almost, but not too much. We want to keep the sacrum heavy on the back. And then we could do also up corner and bottom corner. You see, there are a lot of variations here. What is important is that you teach the toe ball heel. If you would do, for example, now toe ball heel, we could also come back and reverse and say heel, ball, toes. So you see, it's not very comfortable to do this way. There is shock absorption. Toe ball heel definitely is a must, except if you would do one single leg with a light spring. Hoop, yes. And this is smooth now. Yes. And now come back, good, and then we could switch. Okay, we could also be into side lying position. Now we face everybody. When you are into this position, you have 2 choices. Either your arm is your pillow. My question to you, what will we do for her to help her to do correctly? What do you think? See, we talk about private class, huh? And lower the foot bar, yes. To lower the foot bar? No, this is going to be even worse. Lowering the foot bar will not allow her to lift the pelvis so high. First, it will not help to decompress so much the lumbar spine, but also it will not help her to connect the glutes. You know, when you do shoulder bridge with your feet on the foot bar elevated, it helps a lot when especially you are anteriorly tilt on the pelvis. It helps you to create more posterior pelvic tilt than when your feet are here. When your feet are here, I find it's a bit more difficult to create this long line. So me, I will teach her on the spine corrector. Let's see what will happen on the spine corrector for her. First of all, I will use, you see, the open tower because the legs, we need space. So I will not bring her legs toward that direction. So we need, for sure, the bridge to have space for the upper torso here. So you will have to sit down like this. So I will show you. You come beside me here, please. This is what you will do. You will sit not on the apex, but slightly lower. You will extend one knee here, and you will hold yourself here or here, and then you lie down, simply. And then from here, bring your foot on the step and move yourself back, holding yourself here. And then the movement is going to be simply this. So that will help you to open up here and help you to teach to connect here. When you will finish, you will bend your knees and you will push this away. Whew. After that, we will see how she will do by going higher up. Because when you do shoulder bridge and your pelvis is much higher, this is allowing you to tuck, because this provides more inversion for your pelvis. Okay, and then roll down.